Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Delta Media Group's Tech Tuesday Live. I say live because we've been kind of on hiatus here for the past couple of weeks. So it's good to be back. It's good to be back. It's good to see you. All right, so now that we're back, we've got a new feature to go over. Now this is something that is brand new. We just added to the DeltaNet, and it's something that people have requested, so it's kind of cool. We think it's kind of cool. So without further ado, let's go into the DeltaNet and take a look at it. So what this will do is, if you have ever wanted to have a MarketWatch report automatically post to your Facebook page every time it's updated, you're in luck, because that's what we just added. So to set these up, the way it works is it's not like you go into a customer account and set up a MarketWatch there and then have that post. This is actually independent of any of your customer accounts. You go up and we're going to set up a MarketWatch report that is specifically for posting on Facebook. Like, that is the purpose of this report. So to set it up, we just scroll down here to listings and then click on MarketWatches. So this takes you to your MarketWatch page. So this is where you can generate these customer independent MarketWatches. The way to set them up, we'll just click on Add a MarketWatch. And now, just like any other MarketWatch, we can define the area for it in exactly the same ways. So we can go with by market, where we'll type in a market name. And I'll go ahead and click on it. So from here, we would type in a name. This is all demo data as always, so it's not real stuff. So we get kind of weird numbers. But you get the point. You can type in a city name, school district name, county should work, neighborhood, area. So whatever you can search through the website, you should be able to pull up the market by name here. Once you type it in, you just click on it, and that selects that area. And now you can use these optional filters to further narrow down the properties that this MarketWatch is going to look at. By default, it will look at everything in the market you selected. But if you want to only look at a certain price range, you can narrow that down. And you can see all the options on here: home size, bedrooms, bathrooms, all that stuff. So if you want to narrow it down further, you just fill in those fields before you click done. And in this case, I don't want to add anything special, so I'm just going to click done. Now I give my MarketWatch a title. I'll call this Canton MarketWatch. I did type in Canton, didn't I? I hope so. And then you set up your interval. So in this case, like with a customer account, the interval is going to be how often the system will send this MarketWatch to the customer. In this case, it's actually how often the system regenerates this MarketWatch. So it'll create the MarketWatch report with the initial set of data. If I set this on monthly, then a month from now, the system is going to rerun this MarketWatch report and update it. And then when it updates it, that's when it will repost. So quarterly, we'll go with quarterly, why not? And create MarketWatch. And now there's our MarketWatch report. So from here, I can click on preview and actually see what it looks like. I won't click it here because, like I said, it's demo data, so it's not going to show you actual live data for the market. But know that you can click on that and see that preview of it. The MarketWatch itself basically looks like the MarketWatches that go out to the customers. And then you also have all of these share links here. So you can share directly from this page to any of these different places, or just hit email and send it, email it directly to someone, kind of as if you'd set it up for them. And then lastly, we can click on delete and get rid of it. You can also change the frequency here. If you decide you want to change it, quarterly isn't often enough, we can kick it down to weekly, or bi-weekly or monthly. You can see the options there. All right, so that is the first way. So I'll go ahead and delete this one. There we go. Now if I add a MarketWatch, again, I can do this by radius or area. If I do radius, it's exactly what it sounds like. Instead of typing in a name of a market, it gives me just this circle on a map. I can define the center either by just dragging this little dot. There we go, drag a little dot around. And then the radius itself by dragging this circle down. Or I can define the center as a specific address. So if people want to say, what's the market like within 5 miles of my home address? You can type their home address at the top and hit locate, and then center the circle right on that. So it's 5 miles around a specific address. And then just drag out this circle to 5 miles. You can see it's 3.74 at this point, so it does actually tell you the mileage. So if I drag it out a little, 4.28, 4.6, 5.25, yeah, 4.89, close enough. But you get the point. Now the last way you can create one of these, let me refresh this page, market watches. I will add a market watch and I'll say by area. And again, this works exactly the same way. In this case, you define a polygon. So I can zoom in if I want, and if I just click, it puts down an anchor. I can draw a shape that looks like whatever I want, and then when I close it out, it just includes listings within that shaded area. And again, I can define the optional filters however I want. Click on Done. Again, that creates it. We'll call it Canton Market Watch again, because why not? Leave it on monthly, create market watch report, and there my report's created. Okay, so from the settings here, you can see how you can go in and create the market watch and how you can share it directly, how you initiate the share. However, if you want the system to post for you automatically, we'll scroll down here to Facebook and click on that. Now we have other videos where we've gone over the post preferences, but you'll see, I'll go into post preferences, there will be an additional setting on this page that allows you to define how you want the market watches to post and what pages you want them to post to. So sign in with Facebook. There we go. So it signs me into my Facebook account. You can see I'm on my personal page settings by default, so this is what would post out to the personal page. But if I go to more pages and click on that, I should get a list of all the pages that I have admin access to. Your business page will probably be under here, but I'll click on my little test page. And now this is the post settings for that particular page. And like I said, we've done other videos where we've gone over the Facebook post preferences. You can see that we can post new listings, we can have it post open houses, all that stuff. But the one we're interested in for this particular video is Market Watch. So if I wanted to post my market watches automatically, the market watches I created on the previous page, I'll just switch that to on. And then post frequency is going to be not how often it posts, but the most it will post. So for example, I have one market watch set up and I have it set to run monthly. So I don't really have to change this because at most it's going to post once a month. But let's say I set up 2 or 3 different market watches and I want all those to post, but if I have 3 and I only want it to post at most 1 a day. So if I set them all up on the same day, in a month they're all going to try to post again because they'll all be updated the same day. If I don't want it to post all 3 of them, I switch this to 1 per day, it'll only post 1 and then it will queue the other market watch reports to post on following days. So that's what this setting does. It's not how often it actually posts, it's the most it will post based on how often you have it set up. So once you have these settings the way you want them, go ahead and click Save Preferences, and now it's going to take my one market watch and it's automatically going to post it to my, in this case, my little tester Facebook page, at most once per day. So basically, when that post regenerates in a month or when that market watch regenerates in a month, it's going to post it on my Facebook page for me. So that's all there is to it. Once you set up your market watches, turn on your Facebook settings, you can just let it run and the automations will take care of it for you. All right, so as always, thanks a lot for joining me this week. I hope you're super excited about the market watch posting feature. I know I am. It's awesome stuff. Feel free to give us a call if you have any questions or concerns, or send an email into support@deltagroup.com, or leave a comment on our video on either Facebook or YouTube, and we'll be sure to answer any of your questions. And if you want to get notifications when these new videos come up or when we pop up live, go ahead and like and subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube channels, and you'll get notifications on whichever one you like or subscribe to us on. So, thanks a lot for joining me, and I will see you again next week with something new.